Hi, I'm Charity Ziegler, and I'm an instructor for a university class for students learning to be special education teachers. And the class focuses on individual assessment of achievement and academic success. So the project that I've designed would be for that class. The assignment is for these students in this class studying special education. And like I mentioned, our particular class is focused on assessment of individual students. What I would like my students to do is to create their own curriculum-based measure, also called a CBM, one that can be used to screen and progress monitor students' skills, specifically in math computation. And this could be done at any grade level, whatever the students are looking to study. If they're going into secondary, we can find math skills, kind of survey math skills from that level and embed them into the curriculum-based measure. And so this measure is to be administered with either a smart board or I've also, there's a brand called Promethean board, I believe, but an interactive board or an iPad or tablet application, something that's interactive so that when the student is taking the curriculum-based assessment, they're not using paper pencil, they're using something more interactive. And we're doing this assignment to see that my students are going to be able to demonstrate applied knowledge of the CBM design and administration principles. So this is a goal of our class regardless of the format, but students who are going to be teachers and special educators need to be able to understand the principles of curriculum-based measurement so that they can design and create their own that are really reflective of the curriculums in their schools that they are teaching in. And those principles are will be shown by creating a brief timed assessment. It'll sample the math computation skills of by the end of that school year. So, for example, we're in the middle of a school year now. If we're looking at third grade math skills, the curriculum-based measure that we design, it needs to have skills from throughout third grade level. And the reason for that, we want to be able to give it in a different format several times throughout the year. And if we don't have the same complexity of tests that we're giving, we're not comparing apples to apples. So we have to be able to have a similar format and test where it has the same difficulty level that can be replicated. So that's why it needs to have skills expected to be mastered by the end of the school year. This objective will also be shown by the students writing consistent and clear guidelines for the administration and the scoring of the curriculum-based measures. So in order for these to be interpretable, they need to be delivered consistently, and that's why the administration has to be the same every time. So whatever we are telling the students to do when they're taking their curriculum-based measure, we have to use that same those same instructions verbatim every time, and we have to score it in the same way every time. Whether that be correct answer, just one for one, or some math CBMs have they count correct digits, which would be fine as well. Also, our college students, future teachers, need to be able to ensure that the assessment can be replicated, and that really piggybacks on the first two bullets there. Another objective is to demonstrate these technical skills that'll help increase student engagement. And sometimes these CBMs that are paper pencil are kind of dull, and when we have to take these several times with our students. Often our students who are in special education, their progress is being monitored once a week. So it gets kind of dull or boring, and so that's part of why we want to increase their engagement in these activities by using some technical applications that will be more interactive for them. And this work product that we'll be able to, that we're creating here in our college class with future teachers, it'll be easily usable for our teachers for their future students, both in screening their students to identify those who might be at risk and in monitoring their progress once they've already been identified in order to be able to tell if our interventions are effective or to help with maybe a school-wide initiative such as RTI, where we have 3 to 4 benchmark periods, where we kind of just do a quick CBM assessment to identify students at risk. So it can be applied very easily as soon as they're out in the field. And then across the field, our students in our university class, future teachers, will be able to share these applications of the CBM with each other so that they can easily apply those when they're all out in the field. And then also future colleagues, it'll be easily saved digitally and therefore shared throughout the school and district that our college students will be working in when they're teaching. So I'm really looking forward to implementing this assignment with my college students and future teachers this spring in the class. So I think it'll be a great way to update and modernize the wonderful assessment principles that go along with our CBMs.